In today's video, we're going to talk about the most anticipated movie of the year, which is Deadpool 3, starring Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. Not a lot is actually known about this movie. For a movie that has had so many leaks, so many behind-the-scenes images have come out, behind-the-scenes video clips, footage, so many leaks have come out about this movie, but realistically, nobody knows anything. It's a little bit sus that all the leaks seem to show only one location. The first trailer, which wasn't even a trailer, it was literally just Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds sitting down on a couch saying, yo, Deadpool 3 is coming, got over 11 million views on Ryan Reynolds' personal YouTube account. And the previous one he did before that got 17 million views just on his personal account. That's before you include all the re-upload channels. So much hype on this movie. Why? Because people love Deadpool, people love Wolverine, and you don't even have to be a Marvel fan. Everyone loves Deadpool. Everyone will go to watch Deadpool 3. Just because of Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and we know nothing about the movie. This movie should do numbers. So there's a new plot synopsis come out, which does line up with a lot of things that are out there. There's a bunch of new images and video clips come out. We can't use them because that would get claimed for sure, but we can talk about them. Also, apparently, there is a leaked description of trailer 1, which is coming via the Superbowl, according to the only credible scooper there is. Don't need to mention names, but apparently Deadpool 3 trailer will be there. Interesting what the details are. So, the most recent plot synopsis apparently says the following. After facing some professional setbacks whilst going through a midlife crisis, it reads like this. Wade Wilson decides to officially retire as Deadpool and becomes a used car salesman, but when his friends and family and the whole world are at stake, Deadpool decides to bring back his katanas out of retirement. The synopsis continues to say, he recruits an unwilling and wary Wolverine to not only fight for their survival, but ultimately their legacy. Interesting. So, there's been so many leaks for this movie, it's becoming a joke, and Ryan Reynolds has come out and said, yo, can you stop talking about this? But really, he wants you to talk about it, but he doesn't want you to talk about the set video clips and footage that is coming out, which is weird, because I've been told that there's a certain company claiming these video clips and footage, but really it's Marvel property. So if Marvel wanted to, they could claim absolutely everybody that uses the footage. But I don't actually think anybody knows anything, because it is so sus that all the leaks that come out is literally the same location. They're not going to be in one location. So everyone thought the movie initially was going to be Deadpool killing the Fox universe off. But now it seems that it could be Deadpool saving the Fox universe. Very interesting. So we've had an official image of Wolverine and Deadpool, and no one can claim exclusivity for this because Wolverine just looks like Wolverine with the pointy ears and the white glowy eyes and the claws. So it does look like, sadly, they will, because we haven't seen the mask from behind the scenes images that are being uploaded and video clips, it appears that potentially it's going to be CGI in or VFX in, or he's only going to use the mask in certain parts of the movie. The Deadpool outfit looks slightly different, so I presume there will be multiple variants of this. We already know this because Ryan Reynolds has confirmed we're getting Dogpool. He leaked it himself, and there's going to be a different variant of Deadpool, multiple variants of Wolverine. It's a multiversal movie. The TVA is going to be involved, allegedly. So a lot of people can claim they know what's going on in this movie, but realistically, from everything that's going on, from everything that's culminated around the internet over the last year, nobody seems to know nothing about this movie, except for, yo, Deadpool's in a movie, Wolverine's in a movie, something to do with multiverse, something to do with Void, something to do with TVA. But everyone keeps saying they know what's going on, but every single leak seems to change. So, there was a leak on Reddit about what's going to happen in the trailer, and like I say, Reddit has been more credible over the last 5 years than any so-called insider. So many plot leaks, so many trailer information that's come from Reddit has been much more reliable than anybody who claims to know stuff. So, this was on Reddit. I've been sent this multiple times to the Instagram DMs at Warstu. So, apparently it's some variance to this. Someone claims to have already watched the trailer. Now, if there is a trailer being prepared, being ready for Superbowl, someone would have watched it and it would have kind of leaked. The descriptions have leaked before. This is nothing new. So, the trailer has a bunch of quick shots of Deadpool and Wolverine fighting in the void. There's a shot of them walking down some kind of alley where a TVA door portal kind of thing opens up. We don't get to see the full scene, and someone walks through it and appears. Apparently it's Loki. We don't know, but it's probably going to be Mobius or a TVA agent, let's be honest. A version of Professor X fighting Cerebius And Deadpool seems to get really, I mean, this information seems really weird to me, but we might as well go over it. Deadpool seems to be really annoyed. There's some VO work, some voiceover work from Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool himself, saying we're going to have to go back to the start of the beginning already, aren't we, again, which it's a multiversal movie, which would imply they will be going through different bases of time and different timelines. So realistically, as I've said, what happens in this movie? Absolutely nobody knows anything, but there's so many new information, most likely fake, because every single person is now apparently in this movie. Literally in the last week, according to a new rumor, Ghost Rider appears in Deadpool 3. There has to be context. They're not going to do a Flash, which the Flash movie had notes from the new DCEU studios head, had notes, but still stupid cameos. There's not going to be random cameos in this movie. But literally every single character you can think of is going to be in this movie. Tobey Maguire is going to be in this movie. Warstu's going to be in this movie. Every single person you can think of is going to be in this movie. Jessica Alba is going to be in this movie. Loki will appear in Deadpool 3. Everyone's going to appear in a movie, apparently. Doctor Doom will not appear in Deadpool 3. Elektra will appear in Deadpool 3. Daredevil will not appear. Like, it's so ridiculous to me that people actually believe there's credibility to anyone knowing anything. Because realistically, unless you've seen said person on set, you're just making stuff up for clicks. So we've had some interesting images up here, courtesy of the Daily Mail, courtesy of Bev Media splashnews.com. I don't know if I'll use these images because I know they are getting claimed. So there's an image of Hugh Jackman Wolverine, no mask, with Deadpool with a mashed up face, holding Dogpool with a very different looking version of Deadpool with pretty long hair, top knot if you like. And the suit looks very different, and golden guns. So it's clearly a different version, a good looking Deadpool. I think that's how they're going to differentiate the versions of Deadpool, make them slightly different. Interesting though, because although there's so many new, and there's clips and footage, not going to use it because it will get claimed for sure. I know that 100%. But realistically, like I keep saying, it's a bit sus how the only things that are the only filming the void scenes outside in the public, although the space would be kind of closed off. Although these images are pretty zoomed in and the quality looks at least 1080p. It looks pretty good quality. It's a bit sus to me how they're only seen to be in the void. The whole movie will not take place in the void. Now, it is good that they're shooting outside, which makes it more practical rather than being in a studio and having to green screen everything. It is good in that sense. So I do believe Deadpool 3 trailer will break records for sure. I don't know if this trailer information is true about them going, oh, we're going to have to go back to the beginning, aren't we? Professor X, we don't know. Patrick Stewart has denied he's in the movie, but, you know, if anyone denies anything now, it's like doing an Andrew Garfield with a, I'm not the werewolf, although I am the werewolf. So whatever new leaks information comes out about the movie, I'll do my best to cover this movie going forward because the movie does not come out to this summer. So much could change because, you know, they stopped for the writer's strike, the actor's strike. A bunch of stuff apparently got rewritten. You know, they overhauled the whole Deadpool. So I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige will be watching whatever's going on the set very carefully. Although Ryan Reynolds does have a bit of creative control, it's still Marvel property. So he ain't going to have 100% creative control. Hopefully they can just keep the continuity on the same level as Deadpool 1 and 2. Don't make it a PG-15 because it's got to be a hard R. In my opinion, they've got to make it a hard R. We have seen other previous leaks of a head being snapped off, being chopped off. So it does look like it will be in line with the other Deadpool movies. And they can't really mess this movie up because they've had so many misses recently with other movies, i.e. the Marvels, etc. So like always, guys, let me know what the hell do you think's going on in the new footage, although it's in the void again, so there's not really any new context, although it is new stuff, I guess. There's so many fake leaks going around, fake images. It could be AI, it could be fan art, could be Photoshop jobs. We don't know, but it's interesting to cover this stuff. The hype for Deadpool 3 is at an all-time high, and when that Super Bowl trailer drops in February, it's going to get even higher. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the video face behind the videos. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.